back to another episode of the podcast. And today I am joined by famously the youngest 35-year-old that's ever existed. Mariah is here, actually in front of the billboard of herself in Times Square, which also is so iconic. Wait, oh my God, we're both in our Beyonce merch. I just saw her face.
Look at us. We're
Look at us.
I didn't realize. That's embarrassing because most Zooms,
I don't think it's embarrassing.
I don't see it, and now I see it, and it looks like I gotta move it.
No, you know what? If I had that, I would also display it there.
God.
I mean, it's a gorgeous shot.
Oh, thank you.
Of course. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Always love seeing you. I'm so happy we got to meet IRL for the first time. What was it, in March?
Yeah, it was so fun.
Well overdue.
Well overdue. You're the best. Yeah, guys, I was on John Hill's show with Mariah, and we really had the best time. And Mariah and I hadn't met in person, even though we'd known each other online for like 5 years, which is crazy to say. But we had so much fun, and we love our elder sister, John Hill.
Yes. our mentor.
Yes, that is exactly. That's honestly kind of what he is.
I literally the other day, I was like, you know how Paige said Lindsay Hubbard raised her? John Hill raised me. That is truly what it. Because do you know how I know him?
I assume from working on Watch What Happens Live, right?
No. I was
were you guys at Watch What Happens Live at the same time?
We were,
Okay.
but as we mentioned, he is much older than me. And in middle school, John has a history as a Broadway performer, and he did off-Broadway. He was in one of these a musical called Bear, a pop opera, when I was in middle school.
Wait, he was in Bear?
Yes. I became so
God.
deeply obsessed. My sisters and I followed him on MySpace. We're sending him messages. We would, for birthday gifts, we would try to get John to send like a Facebook message or a MySpace message to one of us. We were obsessed with an old YouTube video channel of his, and I'm going to say it because he posted about it on a video of mine, Johnny and Kooks, which he did with his friend. Just these funny videos. That was in middle school. I was so obsessed with John that I got grounded because I wasn't doing my homework. I was just watching footage of John in musicals and John doing silly videos online. That's middle school. My sisters and I, always obsessed. Cut to, we live in the city, New York City. Rachel's at Starbucks one day and is like, oh my God, I'm behind John Hill. And we're like, okay, so now we know he's somewhere around like Soho in the city. Then my sister gets an interview for Watch What Happens to be a producer. They were like, and there's also a guy named John Hill. And Lauren's like, what? Huh? And then John got ushered into the room. She was like, oh yeah, hi. Tried to be normal. Then I started working there. Then he graciously let us fangirl, and then we became family. So it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, y'all, I feel like some of y'all don't realize like John's illustrious stage career.
He was in Hairspray, a Broadway doll.
John and I went to go see a movie screening, and we like, it's like this like group of gays, essentially. They just invite other gays to go. So it's like, name a New York City like gay podcaster. They were probably there. But Jerry Mitchell was there with his boyfriend, and Jerry Mitchell directed and choreographed Hairspray. And we like ran into them, and I was like, this is crazy actually that like you know Jerry from the original production of Hairspray.
Just casually.
He lays low key about how cool all of his, life has been. But shout out to John.
I never let him forget. Yeah, I never let John forget. He is that girl. I love him dearly. I don't know what I'd do without him.
No, he's the best. He's the best. Well, you know who's not the best are these rats in the Hamptons.
Ugh. The monsters of Montauk.
Before we get into, the whole episode and everything, but I just want to kind of generally feel out your feelings with everything that's happened, with the scandal? Like, where you at? How have your emotions, changed? And
I'm Team Amanda. I'm kidding. Can you imagine if I got on? You'd be like, log off.
There's not one. I mean, I haven't seen someone say that at all.
No. And even
Thank
I think
God.
people who know her personally are they're like, ooh, I wish I didn't have this tie. But
Yeah.
I feel like Amanda and West have pissed me off in a way I didn't know I could be pissed off by reality stars, because like it gets compared to Scandalous a lot. And they are two very different things. Yes. Cheating is not the same across the board. Sandoval, we knew he had the potential to be a rotten human, and what he did to Ariana was just like stupid and classic bad boy behavior.
Yeah.
Amanda and West, calculated, sinister, emotional terrorism, truly, and I believe they got to us, sick, but to them, kinky joy out of sneaking around and having these dual narratives and speaking in essentially code during the shows and during the episodes we're watching. Because each episode we see, you can kind of see how close they're getting. Like, you can see how the eyes change when they talk to each other. Like, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, yeah. They're having two separate conversations, one for the cameras and one for them.
Yeah. Well, I think what's kind of, revealing itself is Amanda is like a serial emotional cheater.
Yes.
Because I think she's been cheated on by Kyle. Like, he has not treated her well. I think she has lashed out by emotionally cheating a lot through the years. Like, I feel like she's done this with other people. Wes is just the only person that it actually, that we manifested itself. Well, that's true. But I based on her behavior about like posting him all over her Instagram and stuff, like, I don't think it had gotten this far with other people, but like, I don't know. I feel like she has private text conversations with a lot of her girlfriends, boyfriends, and guys that are friends with Kyle. And I don't think the initial conversation maybe is meant to be like, I'm gonna steal your man, but she's just crossing boundaries that are like inappropriate. I think a lot.
I agree, and I've said this. I'm like, her baseline behavior, and as Summer House has, aged into one of our banner shows, it is akin to Love Island in terms of how the people on the show interact. It's like in Love Island, if you're coupled up, you're still like laid up with your friend's partner, like his arm around you, your legs intertwined, and you're in bathing suits, but it just doesn't seem weird in this climate. On Summer House, they're all so close, so touchy-feely. They're going out, they're skinny dipping together. Even with Ben in Italy, they went skinny dipping, and that's when Amanda was like, yeah, Ben wanted to fuck me in Italy. How do you know that, A? B, what, like, I think she has lost the plot in terms of traditional relationships with other people and what emotional cheating actually is, because she was always seeking something from Kyle that she wasn't getting. So whatever she wasn't getting from Kyle, she was getting from other people, whether that be friends, whether that be men, whether that be God knows what. But she, I think, took the space and closeness too far, and I can't stand by that.
No, absolutely not. And like, and what we were saying before we hopped on, there are now 3 leaks have come out, which actually we didn't even talk about the leaks on the show because it all happened in between recaps. But I haven't even listening to just that first one. I haven't listened to the other ones. Like, she just has no emotional, like, to me, she feels emotionally deregulated. Like, something's off with the, cocktail, I think, that she's on, because like, I know that she's been really struggling with her mental health, and like, I don't understand the way she's rationalizing this behavior, because if other people did shit like this to like her friends, in previous years, I have to imagine she would be like, what on earth are you doing?
It would be, you want to shake her and be like, are you okay? Do you understand what's happening? Someone online said, and I believe this too, I've never taken Prozac, but I've taken many a mental health drug. They were like, you need to dose down the Prozac because you're a little too separated from reality. And there are medications. Again, I'm not a therapist. I'm not a doctor. I'm just someone with a lot of letter diagnoses. You can be on these medications, and there are ones I've gotten off of because I'm like, I don't feel one way or another. So I don't want to be on a medicine so I don't feel. I want to be on a medicine so I feel like myself, not like I'm just like, meh. That's what I think she is. That's where I think she is.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and she just, oh God, she just doesn't feel healthy to me. Like watching this season, I'm like, something is just like genuinely off. And I feel like Kyle went through his midlife crisis, is going through a midlife crisis as a DJ, and she is kind of doing her own version of that by just like blowing up her life and her friends. Like on the other side of the show, when the show's gone, what does she have? You know, like she's not the star that like people like Lindsay are.
But even I think that's the biggest issue with West and Amanda. Those two both got the majority, if not all of their clout off the backs of other people on the show. And people, I'm speaking for myself, and I have seen this narrative even before all this went down. I started liking Amanda because of her friendship with Sierra. I started liking Paige because of her friendship with Sierra. I started like seeing these people as more holistic people because of their friendship with Sierra. It's like, we love Sierra, therefore we love who she loves. And that sort of, I think the only person who is friends with Sierra on this cast that could have come in and had their own, you know, Sierra-free association, and I would still love them, is Mia. I know Sierra didn't bring in Amanda or Paige, but I'm like, there are a few people who come on this show who knock it out of the park just by being themselves. Like, you have to have that connection. And West being with Sierra, people loved him. And now look.
That's a good point. Like, how close you are to Sierra has been a good bar for like like audience approval. Yeah,
it's like, if you're friends with the model and nurse, of course we love you because she has a good heart and she's beautiful to look at.
Right, yeah. Where Lindsay is like a villain to a lot of people because she didn't really.
She's a good reality star.
Right, yeah. I appreciate Lindsay as a good reality star, and she clocked in this episode. Of course she did. Yeah. Well, let's get into the episode. So we start with this boat trip. They go to meet West and Sierra after this like friendship rekindling. They're holding hands. I'm just like, it's really, really hard to see this. It feels sick to watch. It feels like we shouldn't be seeing any of it. Yeah, I know. It doesn't feel right. And like, hearing her say wholeheartedly that like he's her person, I was like, oh no. And like, I don't think she meant like person as in like we're gonna get married necessarily. I think she kind of meant just like, he's good people. Like, he is like the guy friend that I would call like if I needed things. But regardless, like, the fact that she views him that way, and then he, you know, doesn't at all. And this whole episode, he's so flirty with her, and I think it's just because he's lit. I'm sorry. Like, every time this season when he's been the most handsy with her, it's when he's
out of his mind.
A bottle of wine in, yeah.
And he also, I think, wanted to overcorrect. It was also sort of love bombing. He wants to, now that they've made amends, he wants to double down. I'm like, okay, I'm a good guy. You can trust me. We're back to where we were. Like, he wants to feel like, he wants her to feel like he's all in.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, but like, how many girls does he do this with? He's got to be
Child.
doing it all over the place.
I mean, let me just speak from experience. I've met West 2 or 3 times. The first time was when I interviewed him on my show, Smith Sisters Live with Lauren in New York. And I'm speaking from my journey. And this is in the past, everyone. So don't get it twisted. Seeing him in person the first time, I was like, I get it. I get it. Taller than you would think. He has had a swag about him. Friendly, just like mutuals online then from that point. I was at BravoCon and we were at this party. It was a small party and my sisters and I, like, it was late and we're also trying to keep to ourselves. And like when we're in those situations, I don't like going up to people I don't know like that as like an acquaintance and be like, hey, remember me? Da, da, da.
Yeah.
When I tell you I was about to leave and I hear someone behind me say, you weren't going to come say hi and then give me a hug, and it was West Wilson.
Oh my God. I have chills.
Can you, so he has that. He has that and he knows how to use it. So if he's doing that to me for no good reason, what is he doing to women he's trying to get with?
You know, he's kind of the perfect storm of a fuckboy because he has learned how to respect women and talk to women like they are his equal, right? But in the same breath, he is still indoctrinated into the patriarchy that runs the minds of single late 20-year-old men in New York City. That is exactly his brain. So he's good at stuff like that because too much clout. And he's very nice. Like, and he knows how to talk and he's not scared to talk to women, where a lot of men really don't know how to speak to women.
It truly is. You're so right. It's like, and I firmly believe that we can't let especially straight men learn too much about how to connect. It's like it's a very fine line, because if they know too much, they use it in an evil way. But if they don't know anything, you want nothing to do with them. So it's like you want them to be able to put the pieces together in a healthy way, not a way that they can use for harm.
You know, when you're like at lunch and your girlfriend brings her boyfriend and he starts to chime in with like a take, and you're like, no, you're like a little too comfortable at the table, so like pop in with your
Brittany's boyfriend here. Brandon on the Valley, whatever his name is. Yes. It's like you don't go here, you don't get an opinion.
No, you don't get to talk about this group. Like, that's different.
This is none of your business.
Stay You're lucky to be here at the table.
Yeah. This is the one time where I'm like, everyone should be able to do whatever they want. I don't care. But in the past month and a half or so, 2 months, I'd say, men have fed me up to a point where I truly believe there are women's lines of work and conversations and men's line of work and conversations. And I'm talking vlogging. I don't want to see a straight man vlogging. I'm sorry. You don't deserve to be in that space. I've had enough. Being, chiming in on anything to do with West Wilson or any straight man who did did a woman dirty like Klay Thompson or anything. I don't need to hear what you have to say on that. Stay out of that. At that point, now you're just being petty and gossiping, and you don't know how to do that. So we don't want that there. And I know that's wrong. I know it's wrong. But I've been pushed to the brink.
Men have done us dirty. Speaking of, see me on Ryan Bailey's podcast this week talking Summer House.
Ooh, yes. Listen, at least you'll be there. I said straight men.
I know. Ryan always includes the non-straight and the non-whites into the spaces to talk about the show. So I do appreciate that, Ryan. And I'm just kidding, but wait. So on this boat though, like this, we also get this phone call with Amanda, and so there's this thread. They revealed a thread where they were talking about the night before, and Wes says it was the best night of his life. Amanda has not texted anyone, has not tried to call Kyle really at all. except this one FaceTime, and that was because he called her, and all she
Yeah.
had to say was talking about that Wes. She was mad that Wes said that about the weekend that she wasn't there. I'm sorry, guys. That is exactly what we're talking about how she like emotionally infiltrates all these other men.
And she gets so, and maybe this isn't even going back to what we heard of her and her demeanor on the leaked footage from their reunion. That wasn't like a beta blocker talking. That wasn't Prozac talking. She gets so lost in her own mind and desires that she forgets how she's coming across and forgets how this might sound to the outside ear. Like, you're telling your husband, who you're not responding to, you're mad that a friend had a good night? That a single male friend of yours had a good night?
Like, what?
I'm sorry, what? And also notice this year, yes, Sierra has too, but Amanda's gone out more.
Yeah,
and I
but well,
wonder
thank
why.
God, honestly. But we know, now
true.
we know why. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
The bed bugs are no longer really bed bugs themselves, but are they out because Amanda's trying to get some? You bring up a good point.
I'm saying.
What's your take on Dara? Do you like Dara and KJ together?
I do. I love KJ, and I love seeing him with Dara, and I think I trust him, but I'm like Mia and Sierra, and I'm less like them now because I know that KJ and Dara are still together, but I get there, like, it's been quick. Sierra especially, it's like, I've been in this situation, tread lightly, but I trust Dara for some reason. But also, speaking of Dara, I literally woke up in a cold sweat the other night realizing that West has now had sex with most of the women on Summer House. Or almost half of them now.
Yeah, Amanda, Sierra, and Dara. Yeah. I hate to hear that. Nasty work, West. And I just, my only thing about... I do think West, kind of is pretty good in a certain situation. I fear he is a giving lover.
That's the only excuse. And I was thinking that, and for many reasons, I'm not seeing it anymore. And I was like, there has to be a reason.
For many reasons, guys.
For many reasons. There has to be a reason that he is so sought after. Outside of just, like I mentioned, he has the swag, but that can only get you so far if that's the only thing you have.
I just don't think Kyle, we're going to go vulgar for a second, guys. I just don't think Kyle, ever went down on Amanda.
No. Maybe once.
And I think Wes chows down for hours.
And especially after Amanda hasn't had sex in years, allegedly, she probably...
God,
this is like
upsetting.
The truest case of being, I'm not going to say dickmatized, but mouthmatized by a man.
Yeah. The tongue must do wonders down there because something crazy is going on. Something crazy is afoot down there.
Because I'm telling you, that is the only reason. It has to be, because I think people keep on telling, like, okay, Amanda, you're blowing up your friend group for what? Him? I don't even think she thinks of it as a blowing up her friend group. I think first and foremost, Amanda cares about Amanda, and if it makes her happy, she's going to do it. And that is, I think, a white woman's pledge of allegiance. But I also think she then is like, I like what I like, and it's this dude right here. And she also likes people that are sought after. And no one was checking for Kyle, really, A, because he was a married man, but B, she likes that, like, oh, Sierra was, with West and he wants her. I bet I can get him to want me. He wanted Dara. Why wouldn't he want me?
I had a friend of a friend that, and this reminds me of her, and I think it's just like a larger issue with just distrust of men in general, but she was single for a long time, and the only men that she felt comfortable like opening up to, talking to, or anything were always just like my friend's like friend group of people. And she didn't cross lines about like like doing anything, but like the whole personality was like, I don't fuck with men. Ooh. Except then when people opened the door for her, when people did like the proofing to like be like, this is a decent man, then all of a sudden she's like willing to like have those conversations and be open and talk and laugh. And I'm like,
these are
like you have to do that work on your own too.
Yes. And it's not fun. It's hard, but you got to do it because I think doesn't trust.
Gays aren't great.
She doesn't trust her judgment, and she got sort of screwed over with Kyle in terms of cheating, emotionally unavailable, not ready for marriage, not ready for a relationship. Like, Kyle doesn't get off scot-free in all of this in terms of just being a bad partner, but she, I think, doesn't trust her judgment, and that's why she's like, let me pick someone else that is, people say they're good. But again, wrong.
Yeah, agreed. Completely agree. So they get back to the house from the boat, and Wes also just like they're like hugging, embracing. I'm like, he wants to hook up with her so bad. Just he literally, I think, wanted to like have sex then, and she was like, no. Yeah. But then Ben, Sierra, and Kyle are on FaceTime with Sabrina. Now, Sabrina,
can I say something?
You die for Sabrina.
I love Sabrina because she's crazy. And I say this not as like, oh, she's a hysterical woman. She's crazy in a way only someone who is stunningly beautiful can be crazy. Like and not crazy, actually. I thought about it. She wears her heart on her sleeve in a way only someone that beautiful can. She says whatever she wants to say. She wants people to be as open and honest because she doesn't understand the emotional ramifications of a neutrally attractive person or someone who is not as beautiful as she is.
Right.
It's what Sierra should be doing, but has a little bit too much going on up there to do that. But Sabrina's kooky. I can't help but love her because she's kooky. She weirds me out, and I love it.
And I love to see what like she dresses like the like kooky Barbie that you would just throw random clothes on, like
that you look in the like dress up box and put whatever comes out on. It's great.
It's often the queer kids that like yes. I would do this to my sister's Barbies, like put like just the most random shit on that Barbie. Like I feel like that's something that like we as queer people do.
It's like, this is what's happening.
Yeah. She just always has something. I mean, she looks like she's going to like a Moulin Rouge cosplay party at the soft bar launch. Like before she had on like a flat lace up knee high pirate boot.
It's like she's going to the premiere of Hook or something. Like it's very much leaning in.
It's very Neverland.
Yes, I love it. And I'm like, I don't know where you're getting these items, but keep it up.
I feel like it's bespoke. Like I feel like she's like it's either made for her or she's really outsourcing a very specific thing.
She has her own personal costumer, and yes, costumer.
Because that's not on Shein, baby. That's not Fashion Nova. That's Ren Fair. That's the Ren Fair shop.
That's Spirit Halloween day after discount. That's when she does her clothing haul on November 1st every year.
I truly think so. But Ben and her are little rats. I'm sorry. Yes. I'm like, y'all need to shut the fuck up. All they do is tell each other's people's business.
And Ben, one of my favorite things in the world that's come from Threads, and so many great things have come from there for me. I forget who it was, but whoever started calling him Mr. Shoe has my heart forever. And they're like, when they say Mr. Shoe is strict, I said, that is the truth that God loves. And And guess what? Mr. Shu does keep Dara or Sabrina on a short leash. He does not like when she shares their secrets. And yet Mr. Shu has one of the biggest mouths of the whole house.
I have a deep... Matthew Morrison makes me so uncomfortable, but like
He makes my skin crawl. Mm-mm.
But you know, as a musical theater like kid, I was obsessed with him until
Obviously.
Glee. And then Glee, something shifted. When I got to college, my freshman year of college was the first season of Glee, and I was at musical theater school, and I turned it on, and I'm like, what is this? He's no longer the hot leading man. He's like the freak.
He's the choir teacher. It's like
yuck.
What? It really, and his current social media, I would say, persona is chilling.
Kind of Nikki Blonsky adjacent.
But I find it weirder because there's more thought put into it.
And it's less in on the joke too.
Yeah. It's
like
not
Nikki knows that Nikki knows the content is a little cringe, I think.
Mm-hmm. He's serious as a heart attack. Yeah.
The curls. The Ben curls, like why the problem is, here's the thing. Pirate Sabrina is not going to be the one that tells him to fix those curls, unfortunately.
No.
We need someone to kind of get their hands on him and be like, we need to change some things here.
And here's the thing. I think maybe after, because when I look at photos of West from season 1, he looks so different than I remember him. And I don't know how we got here, but I think for Ben, it's kind of different because he's been on TV and in the zeitgeist for a minute. I think those are here to stay. I think he thinks, because he gets told he's so attractive all the time, the curls are the last thing people are thinking about with him. I personally don't find Ben attractive. And I think if you do, the curls must be a part of it, because why else?
Well, I think the accent has something to do with it too. Like if he didn't have that accent and had those curls, I think that...
You're right.
I just kind of think that
You're
people
right.
would be like, huh? What's
You're
your
right.
thing? Like,
yeah.
When you're Australian, and shout out to Australian listeners, but
Yeah.
y'all, when you're Australian in America, like that kind of can be the majority of your personality.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You can get away with a lot.
You can, and it's kind of hot. Accents are hot.
They are, and that's bad. That's dangerous.
Because then you get locked in with Mr. Shu.
Yes. I've had my own Mr. Shu, but it sucks.
Wait, you dated a Mr. Shu?
No,
Is that what you just said?
accented guy.
Yeah. Okay. Oh God.
They get you into trouble. Because
I don't think I have. Have I?
An
No, I don't
accent
think
is just
so.
great. It's just great. You will overlook everything.
No, I've never played in that game. Now I'm jealous.
And now you're basically locked down.
I am locked down, and he does not have an accent. One bizarro quote that happened from West that we have to talk about was that someone at when they had that dinner, like before they went out,
Yeah.
someone was like, I can't believe summer's almost over. And West goes, mine has just begun, brother. He put brother on the end like he's like Hulk Hogan. I'm like, yuck.
Yeah, that is the
Yuck.
only reaction. It's like, dude, but it is one of the, I find two things that should be in the DSM-6 as a mental illness: being a parent, because, and I also put that as being an aunt, the way you talk about your children and love them in a way that I believe is, you can't, like, it's crazy to me that my parents, my mom, God rest my dad's soul, will still talk about us like we're babies all the time. Like, she loves us. I also think being a woman attracted to a man is a mental illness, because when you are attracted to him, things like the brother I could see being like, oh, he's so silly. But when you remove yourself, you realize how it is.
Right. It's not cute to hear him be like, mine's just begun, as he like reaches over to dip a French fry in your
But if you know he's talking about you, then you're like, yes, it has. Yes, Daddy, it just begun.
Wait, can we give your mom a shout out though? Because your mom was at Coachella.
Yes, she was. But she was babysitting at Coachella. She didn't go to the festival, but
she was on the ground somewhere.
She was
like
she flew to Palm Springs. And she had to, and I was like, this must suck for her to sit through watching her children plan how to intake their alcohol and drugs for a full weekend as we're like making breakfast.
We're like, okay,
and it's like,
you
who
were
has
gonna
the
pop
shrooms?
that first.
So who has? Yeah, did you guys fill up the tequila? Did you? I can only imagine. Again, a mental illness as a parent, you have to sit through that, and you still love the people.
See, my mom is trying to get me to do shrooms with her.
Well, I would love to know, because I realized I'd only ever like microdose shrooms in LA. I don't know if it's like this in New York, but sometimes if you're at like a party, you know, if there's like a drink table, there'll be like shrooms, like gummies just open. And like is that like New York nowadays?
The problem is with New York is less like LA is so house party culture.
Yeah,
because
less,
like y'all don't go out as much. You guys just like bop around and game nights and parties and
Yeah.
But here we don't, especially like after you're in your like once you're in your mid 30s, like people aren't doing house parties like that anymore. So not really, but people often bring shrooms out. Like usually people are on shrooms when they're out because it like just keeps you like afloat and like happy. But I've actually never done them. I've been wanting to microdose them.
I've only ever microdosed, and I've only ever done it if I'm like drinking typically, and like not like I'm making it sound like I'm a heavy partier. I am not. If I'm like having a glass of wine and a gummy, something like that, and I don't really have a distinction. But I was like, I'm going to go all out. I'm going to just do shrooms. I want to see what it's like. No time like Coachella. When I tell you, no matter how much I took, it didn't impact me a bit. A bit. Come to find out, there are if you're on certain SSRIs, some people, because of the serotonin, it cancels each other out, so nothing happens.
Wait, that's such a bummer. But then does weed, because do you take like weed edibles?
Edibles work.
That works fine.
That works fine. But because of the psilocybin or whatever in mushrooms, some part of your brain, it activates the same thing. And as I said before, I am on a lovely cocktail of mental health medication. So they said, not here, shrooms. We actually got this one covered. So...
I actually have a chocolate bar in my freezer. I just haven't like dove in yet, and I don't know when.
Do it.
It's more like, what is the time? Like I'm going to like a day party in a couple weeks, and that really should be the time. But my only thing is like I haven't done it before, and I don't want to get to the day party and like take a little bit, and then I'm there and I'm like, get me out of here.
But I honestly don't think that would happen. That's how I thought, and then the more I was thinking about it and like talk to my friends and stuff, you feel it's not a scary one. Like you don't feel like you want to be removed. You want to be there more. It makes things just better.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Me convincing you to do drugs.
Take a little nibble.
Yeah.
Shrooms is like barely a drug at this point to me, y'all. Like
I know.
The world is on
That's how I feel
fire.
about edibles. Yeah. Like it doesn't matter.
Edibles is child's
That's
play
basically
at this
like
point.
Magnesium. Like I don't know what more you
and
want
I take
from me
both.
at that point. Yes, clock it. Let me sleep with my little smokies. I'll tell you that.
Y'all, if you get a little your Camino edible and then you pop a magnesium, I have a magnesium drink and a pill. If you pop one of those, you're in bed reading your book. You are resting heart rate of 45.
I have some specifically nighttime edibles that have like CDN, CNB, whatever. I don't know what all is in that, but also with the full throttle THC, those are a gift from God.
See, okay, so CBD though fucks me up in a really bad way. So the gummies I
Oh.
take are full THC, or
Yeah.
I need to take ones that are THC and like CBN. But
Yeah. Yeah.
CBD, like if I take like even if it's like a 2.5 milligram THC gummy, but then but it's 10 milligrams of THC like in the gummy.
Oh God. Yeah.
I mean, sorry,
It'll
10 milligrams
still.
of CBD in the gummy.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like trapped in a Jello mold.
That sucks.
Yeah, so
That sucks.
but y'all find your cocktail. The world is on fire, and
Yeah.
stick with it.
Just have fun and relax.
Have fun and
That's all you need.
relax. Wait, so the next morning after they go out, they back to Summer House. Jesse is messy Jesse, and I don't know if it's just the scandal of it all, but I hate to say I am warming up to him this
Yes.
season on the other side of everything that's going down with West, where he's still a fuckboy, but I like his behavior sometimes, I have to say.
Yes. Yes. The
And
lesser
him
of two
revealing,
evils.
him being the bone collector, revealing that Kyle and Amanda haven't had sex for 2 years, guys.
Is that what how do you get there and stay married?
I don't know, because like I with a long-term partnership, like I do believe that like things ebb and flow, and there
Yeah.
are times where you're more active, and there are times you're not. There also are like it just happens where it's like not as often as you want it to be, just because of life. But like, I'm sorry, like it's something that I'm always making sure is on the table, like is going on, because
Like-
I'm like, y'all, like I can't imagine, like there are certain time frames for me where I'm like, we gotta figure something out. I
Yeah,
can't imagine
yeah.
going 2 years. No wonder all they do is like scream at each other.
And
They need to, like,
especially
fuck.
if you have like if there are actual issues in the relationship, you're then just throwing in another one that maybe if you try to find intimacy in some way, that could help you all connect across the board.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's really upsetting. And like I don't straight people sometimes straight people hurt my brain a little bit, because I'm like, what is it that's keeping y'all together? You don't like each other's company. You don't have
Scarcity
sex.
mindset.
You don't have children. You don't own a house. You don't like, why did you get married?
Again, there are certain times where I wonder the same. I'm like, many people just want to be married. They want to make sure they check that mark off their to-do list of life. They want to be successful at it. And we're taught too often and too much that marriage is hard work. And I think people take that to the nth degree, and they're like, it's gonna be the toughest job you have. Hard work doesn't mean you're miserable. Hard work means you're putting in the work to create the best partnership you can have. It's hard work to have any sort of good thing in life, I think. It's hard work to have a good job that you're passionate about. It's hard work to raise a child. It's hard work, but it doesn't mean you're miserable.
Yeah, and I think there's like not to get into full like psychoanalysis here, but I do think there's like a general like American idea of like you should suffer to get what it is that everything is worth suffering for, and it's like that's not true.
And it's absolutely not.
Whether it's relationships, whether it's work, like I'm in a place of like, don't do things that don't make you feel happy.
My
And don't do
cortisol
things
levels
that
are too
stress-
important to me.
Yes.
You're not going to stress me out. You're absolutely not. For an unnecessary reason, we're not going to let that happen.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And it's crazy to me that they are just now, quote unquote, having this separation conversation. Do you think that they were separated? What's your thought on that? Like before the season aired and they like tried it out?
I
You
do.
yeah.
And I think that I don't know if they were like had a conversation like, let's separate. I do think they were trying to figure out if they should separate, and were happy with the distance and happy with just like letting things rock out as they should, but try to be the best they could be, on camera. Because like earlier in the season, when they had one of their big fights, Amanda had mentioned that Kyle, they didn't talk all week when they weren't filming. So I do think that's why we see the worst of their relationship, because that's all there is when the cameras are rolling. Because outside of that, I really don't think they were checking for one another at all.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like even if the word wasn't, even if they didn't say the word separate, like they weren't living together.
Yeah.
I'm
Things weren't great.
They're still living together, like in the confines of the season.
Yeah, I don't think so.
They just give strangers. It's really,
they don't like each other.
No,
Which is also weird when Kyle was like, we got to be careful about Amanda's mental health. Girl, be so for real.
You have been the least careful about her mental health.
Be so for real. Leave it. Let's not.
So back in the city, we get a lot. Levi was mic'd this episode. Levi, you got an episode. You had a mic on.
Yeah. Clock it. Love to see it, girl.
She was on Watch What Happens Live last night. It was kind of sad.
And the thing is, what really is upsetting me about when they do the promos for these seasons before they come out, and I guess because they're editing closer in time to when things air than we typically understand them to, she was touted as a full-time cast member. So was Bailey last season and Emerald last season. It's like, do they not know they're going to edit them out?
Speaking of this, have you seen that there is a mystery cast member on Southern Hospitality that is not in the show?
No.
Okay, y'all. I found this on Threads, and then I went and looked at. I was like, this has to be AI, and then I looked it up. It's on Bravo's website. There is a cast member for season 4, the season that is happening right now. I need to pull. I can't. My devices are all being used right now.
Yeah.
But y'all go look up the cast on Bravo TV's website.
And they're not on the season?
I think it may have been that woman that was. There was a woman who was on, because you're watching Southern Hospitality.
I don't. But I'm about to get into it. There
was a woman, for those that watch, on the trip they did, the like glamping trip they did, that like she got a couple of lines in here and there. And every time she came on the screen, I was like, who is that? And then like I go on the website and this woman has a full bio, everything. She is not on the show. Why is that something they do on these like JV shows?
I don't get it. And I'm like, it's so depressing to be touted as being so involved in everything. And to know that you could be so easily edited out of something would give me a mental hang up for decades.
Yeah, like, it's like Levi is fully not in the show, but spent 4 months of her life filming it. Like that is
even
so upsetting.
In the city and I think she missed just as many weekends as Bailey, maybe only one more. So it's not like where'd you go, doll? Where'd you go?
Yeah, I don't know, y'all. It's crazy, and then on Watch What Happens Live, if you didn't see it, essentially Andy was like.
Oh,
he was like, Bailey, is there anything you'd like to say about Levi? She's here in the audience. We haven't got to see a lot of her this season. It was something along those lines. And it was like, Andy, like, you're kind of like, I know you don't, Andy himself doesn't edit it, but I'm just saying, like, you're saying that as if you and the network had nothing to do with her not being in the show.
I will say, Andy, he doesn't produce Summer House. So he truly is
true.
Like,
that's true.
I don't know what is happening with that cast, but it is a network issue. Like, even before every episode is edited, what the storyboard beats are going to be. And I'm like, regardless of this Amanda West Sierra of it all, the stories weren't leaning towards a lot of Levi. So why would you then keep her as a main cast member? Like, we thought we know more about Sabrina than Levi. And she wasn't even a part of the like.
Dara wasn't even supposed to
Dara
be
was
in the cast.
touted as like right, but then she was added. So I'm like, that to me makes sense. And then you're like, oh well, how did we get here with Dara? Not we see Levi episode 1 and then never again.
No, it's crazy. And although y'all, did you lay your eyes on what she wore to the soft bar opening? I'm sorry to kind of unpack so much attire. We're doing kind of fashion police here.
We are
today, but
oh, well.
I'm sorry. We're getting a little too loosey goosey. She had it was like high neck, like tied cape that like buttoned here, but then was open here. But then she had like another button down like dress underneath it. Y'all, I almost threaded something about it. Then I was like, God, this woman has had not enough screen time. I don't want to be dragging her ass on threads.
I have to say though, the one thing about Levi's style, and I realized this earlier in the season when I think it was this like matching set she wore where Bailey is such a good friend, lied to her face and was like, that is so cute. I wish I could pull that off. Levi dresses like someone who watched OG Gossip Girl and always wanted to live in the city. She dresses like a mix of Serena and Blair, and she held on to that dream long enough to fulfill it. And even though no one else dresses like that, we are in a more open society when it comes to fashion. I think that she took the wrong cues and is dressing for TV in a way that no one dresses. Like dressing for scripted television, basically, like a CW character. And people don't dress like that in real life, no matter how eclectic they are.
No, it just doesn't. Yeah, it's just not working. Not working, Levi. But you know who, at this point, who has had more screen time and more plot in Summer House this season is surprisingly Carl's mom.
I said, don't shoot. I can't
This lady,
stand you.
this lady is like, oh, this is my episode. This is like my Emmy for like guest appearance.
Her and Lindsay's conversation. Oh my God. And I don't know if I was like, if I'm either of them, how would I behave in this situation? I truly don't know. So I can't tell if one or both of them was behaved well or badly because I don't know.
Yeah, I really love Lindsay as a reality star, but I'm of the camp of like, you respect
the parents.
elders.
Yes, that's
you
what I
always respect parents.
too.
You always say hi. You always say thank you. You always reintroduce yourself. You always engage with parents. That's just how I grew up. I don't know if that's like just growing up in the South, but like that's just life to me. I would never, even if I heard her say mean shit about me on camera, I still would be nice to her. So to me, it's a little like, Lindsay, you're also a mom yourself now. Like, please loosen the reins on this relationship a little bit. I will say it's not a good look on Lindsay to be so like anti-Carl still.
That, and also anti-Carl, like with his calling the non-alcoholic drinks juice. It's like, you're not, this is less about Carl then, and I'm thinking of people who are watching that who are sober and who are dying for spaces like this. And she's like, well, now I can't drink. And then why'd you show up?
Y'all, it's really yucky when you're like in a place of like not drinking and other people make it like their personality to be like,
especially at those big ages. Like what?
I thought her energy in this was really off. I thought the teddy bear gift was really weird. Because
she just wanted to film a scene. That's it. She wanted to make sure she was in the show.
And, you know, if you can't, my friend Chelsea and I, we always say, like, if you can't say it nice, at least say it funny.
Yes.
And
I love that.
And unfortunately, Lindsay often doesn't say it funny.
She's not one of our quippers. Like, she's not. And her saying, even audio leak, you got smoked out, wasn't a funny thing. It was just, it just latched on. People latching onto things she says takes that as like being funny rather than just digital community finding a solid ground or common ground. But
I know she has like a little Bethany Frankel in her and that, you know.
I do think I agree with you. Now that you said that's like, I did grow up too, where it's like, just be respectful and keep it moving. Like, I even just like, hi, yeah, you know, like keep the voice in your head voice, whatever, nice, nasty, kill them with kindness, keep it moving. That's always going to make you also come out looking better than your enemy. I do think though, Lindsay suffers from what a lot of our reality stars suffer from, where they don't want to, for whatever reason, let down any of their persona. It's like when on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, when I think it was Demi who was talking to Taylor Frankie Paul's mom, like completely sideways and out of pocket, which was crazy. But it was because she was trying to like keep up that energy of this is who they want me to be. Sometimes it's okay to drop it. It's okay to drop it. It's okay to like just, and even saying she's a little mean just like me about her daughter. Girl, don't. Again,
I'm sorry.
not funny.
Like, that was just so out of pocket to me.
Not funny.
No, and Carl's mom can't catch the shade of it either. That's the other.
No.
That's the other thing is like, if you're gonna, sometimes like if you are gonna bat with someone, like you need to bat with someone of your same level or higher.
Yeah.
Like you can't be batting with someone with words who is not on your level in that world. Like she doesn't understand that you have like an agenda to film this scene. Like she's coming up to you because she didn't come up to you because the camera was there. Like she would have come up to you if the camera wasn't there.
Yeah.
And Lindsay, you wouldn't have been there if the cameras weren't there. Let's be honest.
Clock
like you would not have gone to the soft bar opening. Like
whereas
you wouldn't.
Carl's mom would. So let's be she is the one who, and it's her son's event. Like leave everything else out of it at that point.
Yeah, and I hate to be so like down on Lindsay, but like because she does make great TV, but you know that confessional Carl had, where he was talking about like how much he misses his friend. And then on Watch What Happens Live, Andy asked her about it and she was like, I don't care. I'm like, what? He's like, was almost in tears talking about like how important it was for you to be there and how much he missed you. And you're sitting here just giving him absolute dust. This was like 8 months ago. Girl, you gotta let it go.
Girl, keep that. We like that energy when it's directed towards the right people and the right cause. When it's not, keep it.
Yeah, keep it. It's just, it doesn't look good on her. Especially, what always is so confusing to me is like she was in PR, and I'm like, you would think she would think she would get like the way alliances move and who's better to side with to make a better name for yourself, etc. Like it's good that she doesn't because it makes her better TV probably. But like Carl is at this point very beloved on the network. Like everyone really loves him. Like his story has been so vulnerable and real and honest, and like it just is a weird look for you to continue to be like, well, fuck that guy. Yeah.
When when everyone's tried to keep it moving, and also yours isn't the relationship storyline of the season. I hate to say it.
No, it's not. Well, what about Danielle being there? Because that also, I was like, chill down my spine. That the two of them don't have any relationship,
which I didn't realize. I
know.
That blew me away. And when they were like, oh, it's like a reunion, and they mentioned everyone but Emerald, I was like, oh, Lord, this is... Y'all.
It's the Emerald erasure is so weird to me, and it feels very, race adjacent. I don't know. It's just not... It's not great.
Now, question. Since Soft Bar, I guess, has been... Was that its actual
That was
launch?
Its soft open, but then he said in the episode they opened September, like mid-September.
Have you been?
I've not been, but I would like to go. They actually do a lot of running events there, so I want to go do like a run. I want to go run there with them this summer when I'm in marathon training again. So
listen, when I'm back in the city, let's go to Soft Bar.
Let's go. Let's take some mushrooms and go to Soft Bar.
Yeah. Also, did you clock when Wes was like, "Are there any benefits in these drinks?"
It's like,
he's not beating the always on drugs allegations anytime.
He is not at all. Well, so speaking of that, later in the episode we get this like confrontation between Amanda and West. They're talking about everything that went down over the weekend, and it's very weird to me that he's confiding in Amanda about this like accidental date that Sabrina set up, and like in her reaction, I do think people online are over dissecting some things.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think everything is really what we want it to be. But I do think this is an example, not necessarily of her and Wes already hooking up, but more of her just being a bad friend, and that she can't just be like happy for her girlfriend. Why are you confiding in the man to be like, is this the right move when it's your allegedly best girlfriend in the
and her
house?
saying her friend can't handle anything like this? It's like, well, then why are you pushing for them to reconcile?
Yeah, she said West has to be cautious because I don't know that she can handle a friendship.
Huh? What?
Now, do you think they got to watch all these episodes? I know that they have to watch a version of it for the reunion, but
yeah,
I feel that because they did some editing, you know, I hope that they got all of these instances to watch on their own.
I would hope, but I was thinking that too. But I think because there is so much like there's so much evidence already, and they may have done like a compilation for some of the cast of things of like West and Amanda, or things we know they're going to put in episodes. I don't know if certain specifics even matter at this point when it comes to the grand scheme.
Yeah. Because in the end, it's all just bad. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, even though we don't usually get it for first season shows, we'll likely get a reunion for the city, and they'll have to go through all of this again. Or in the city, whatever it's called.
Yeah. That's going to be an interesting watch, that one. I'm not sure what to expect.
Learning all these new people.
No. And we met a lot of them in the soft bar episode.
Yeah. And I think they thought that could have been the backdoor pilot initially, which is why they were trying to have Danielle and Lindsay have a sit down. Like, we're already starting the funneling into the communities.
Yeah. Even though Carl's not on the show.
I know. It's so weird. It's so weird. I'm actually happy he's not, because he doesn't need to deal with these people twice in a year.
I agree, but I do think it's if I was him, you know, next week we start to get this fight that goes down between him and Kyle, and a lot of it seems to have to do with probably business things, and like I do think it's annoying to be a Carl who's always the second fiddle and who's always the beta, and his business is the beta.
I do think they reached out probably and offered all of them the opportunity to be in it, especially Carl. I would say like Carl and Sierra, I think, and the people who they thought would maybe want more, who they thought would maybe phase out of Summer House. And I think they declined. I'm going to assume
I don't know,
that.
though. Carl did an interview, though, where he said that he was not asked. And he said that he was not asked, but he filmed a couple times at like events. Like, I think maybe hosted a soft bar event. He essentially alluded to the fact that he was like, I was bummed that I didn't get to showcase my business in the city. Like, Kyle gets to showcase his business on Summer House for 10 years. Oh.
Well, then.
So, but you know what? I think, honestly, part of it had to do with the fact that, like, it seems like the In the City is very the Valley. Well, the Lindsay also, it's similar to the Valley, and then it's like mostly couples. And if you're not in a couple, you're dealing with a breakup, or you're like, you have a family storyline, like, or Carl is just running marathons and running a non-alc bar. Like, what is he bringing to the table in terms of drama outside of like a Summer House show? I get it.
His life is too healthy at this moment to be on another reality show.
Honestly, he's our healthiest reality star right now.
Yeah.
That doesn't always work. But yeah, next week we get this fight, or the beginning of the fight, and that goes down between Kyle and Carl. And then, you know, we're barreling towards this reunion. We'll be here in less than a month, guys.
Which is crazy.
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 Well, Mariah, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I always love coming on.
Of course. Let everyone know where they can catch the Smith Sisters live and any other stuff you got out there.
Yeah, you can listen to Smith Sisters live on SiriusXM, Radio Andy, Channel 102, daily at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. And the first Monday of every month, you can listen to Smith Sisters Live Deep Dive, our podcast on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. Follow me on Instagram at Mariah, and then Smith Sisters Live at Smith Sisters Live.
Yes, do that. They are truly the funniest, truly. And if you want an ad-free version of this episode, make sure to subscribe to the Dumpster Dive Patreon at patreon.com/dumpsterdivepod. And we'll be back next week with more mess. Talk to y'all later. Bye.